YouTube, what it do? It's the Good Brother Biz by Josh coming at y'all live and direct. Hope y'all blessed. Hope y'all good. Man, thank y'all for joining for another episode of the Neighborhood Socialpreneur. And we are back with another episode of Car Notes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and holler at your boy in the comment section, right? So, that being said, y'all, let's get into it. I was just thinking about this right now. It's so crazy, man. It's so crazy because I feel like if you follow my channel, if you follow a lot of these other channels, like you are a aspirational type of human being, so you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. Everybody here is on some type of grind. Everybody here is on some type of paper chase. Everybody here is on some type of, hustle, right? And, I can say this as a person who, I've been on the paper chase since, since I came out the womb work, to be real. Shout out to my mom dukes. Since, as Nas would say, after I shot my way out my mom dukes, we've been on it. You know what I'm saying? We've been on this since, I was a kid, and I plan on being on this hustle till I flatline. But it's so cool, man, because, I remember I was listening to this interview with Nip at one point in time. And he basically was like, look, his advice to a young dude was like, yo, get you some money, you're gonna feel different. And I was really thinking about this for my own personal life, and I'm like, yeah, nah, that's kind of the best advice that you can give to a young brother who really out here hustling. So I just wanted to reiterate that for y'all. Look, get you some money, y'all, okay? Get you some money, you gonna feel different, all right? Like, there's a few things in life that are really going to move the needle for you, and it's like getting you some money, as a dude, getting you, a higher purpose, whether that be God, whether that be something material, something that you can believe in, right? Something that you can be a servant to and a servant of, that is going to propel you in the right direction and get you a good woman. Or if you want to be out here and be on some crazy type of TikTok, like timology, get you some good women, right? I ain't gonna knock nobody for what they want to do, but I think ultimately it all starts with getting the bread, okay? Getting the bread is such a phenomenal thing. If you have the capability to watch a video like this, you are already ahead of the 8 ball, and chances are you have access to a multi-billion dollar device in your hand right now. You can get money from anywhere, you know what I mean? And it's so crazy because I remember being a kid growing up in the inner city on the East Coast, right? For me, the only people who was really getting money in my neighborhood were dudes who was hustling. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were the dudes who were hustling. They were the dudes who was on the corner. They were block rocking. And it's like, all respect to those dudes because, they were looking out for me when I was coming up. And they was keeping me out of trouble, even though they, were involved in certain situations. All respect to them, but I realized, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm getting more money than they were at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm taking, or at least I'm getting a good amount of bread to where, like, if I had to go and hang with those dudes back in the day, I wouldn't feel out of place. The only difference is I'm not taking penitentiary chances. At least not anymore, but we gonna talk. That's a conversation for another day. We ain't gonna talk about my life like that at this point in time, this particular juncture. But what I'm saying is, for y'all, my young brothers, alright, get you some money, you gonna feel different, alright? Get you some money, your swag gonna be a little different, your energy gonna be a little different. There's nothing like being able to wake up and, go on about your day, go on about your business, and know that your bank account is full, right? Your spirit is full and your bank account is full. Or at least you're working towards it, right? Like, you got more money coming in, going out, right? Like, your net assets, you netting money. You know what I mean? Like, you're not losing bread. Like, if you make $5,000-6,000 a month, you're only spending $4,000, you're gonna be keeping $2,000. You know what I mean? And I'm talking like 6 after tax, what have you. Or like whatever your bread is looking like, right? But what I'm saying is, like, look, y'all, prioritize getting your money right, okay? It is so easy to get your bread right. And there's so many different things that you can do. You could go and, like, start making videos on YouTube. You start making videos on, like, Instagram, LinkedIn. Like, LinkedIn is my favorite platform, mainly because that's how I run my lead gen business. So we're able to actually get our clients, because I run it directly for B2B SaaS and technology companies, right? So that's where all of the people are on LinkedIn, right? I get access to literally billions of dollars worth of human beings from a platform, from my phone. You know what I mean? Like, you can start doing, you can start making videos. You could literally become a brand consultant. You can start trading stocks. You can start trading cryptos, right? Like, it's 2024, about to be 2025. We 7 days away from a new year. Like, we need to be trading at this point. Even if you can only put $50 a week to the side, like, so be it. I was actually looking at a stat, and I realized, I'm like, yo, bro, like, there's no reason why, as a human being, growing up in America, that you won't at least be a millionaire, at least at some point in time in your life. The only way in which you wouldn't be a millionaire at some point in time in your life is if you are making extremely terrible decisions. That is it. Because, like, even if you think about it, if you take your bread right now and you invest it, and you invest $50 a week to the side every single month for the next 40 years of your life, you're gonna be at, I think the projection, you put in like a S&P 500, a BTSAX, or a VFIAX, like a simple index fund, you never bother it again, bro, you're gonna be at like 1.5 mil. And you can put this in a calculator and you can see I'm not just spewing out numbers. It's like 1.1 to 1.5. So if you're 18 years old, then you could easily be a millionaire by the time you're 60. And if you put in more money than that, then you're gonna be a multi-millionaire. And it sounds like a lot of money to some folk, but the amount of times, or the amount of kids and mentees that I have that I work with, that are ordering DoorDash, or that are, buying certain things, buying certain sneakers or what have you, I'm like, bro, y'all seem like y'all got the bread. So there's no excuse, especially if you're growing up in a place like in America, like a first world country, okay? But I'm especially gonna speak to my people who are from America. Look, there's not a single country like the United States of America on the face of this planet. Yes, we got our problems. Me speaking as a black man, yes, I'm well aware that there's racism. I'm well aware that my people is getting lynched for literally hundreds of years, and probably still are in certain locations here within this country. But then at the same time, I gotta be honest, y'all. Literally, there's just so much opportunity, right? If you believe there's only problems, you're gonna see problems. If you believe there's solutions, you're gonna see solutions. It's all about perspective. So I say all this to say that, y'all can get your money up. There's too much opportunity. As a young man, look, you 18, 21 years old, you living with your family, there's no reason why you shouldn't at least have 10 bands in the bank. I'm just gonna tell you right now, there's no reason why you shouldn't have at least 10 bands. Like, before you 21 years old, get your first 10 bands to the side. Before you 25, get your first 25. Like, there's no reason. You are in the lowest income bracket right now, to where you're in the lowest income bracket, but you're also in the bracket where you're getting taxed the least. By the time you get to 30, you're gonna be getting taxed more, because they're gonna assume you're making more. You understand me? So understand, like, you have the opportunity to really make something of yourself and of your life, and it starts with where you're at right now, right? And so how do you do that? Some of y'all are probably wondering, like, I hear what you're saying, Josh, I hear what you're saying, bro, but how do I go from zero to hero, essentially? Like, because you pretty much asked me to do something that, like, I ain't never seen nobody in my family. Everybody in my family live check to check, and I hear y'all. But look, you start by having discipline, okay? Start with where you're at right now. Again, what did I say close to the beginning of this video? We all have access to multi-million-dollar devices at our fingertips with our phones. Like, we have multi-million-dollar devices that we can literally use. You feel me? Like, if you have a bunch of stuff that you are not using at your crib, you could literally get a rack like that by just selling that on like an offer up, or on an eBay or what have you. And like, people will hit you up and they will buy it. I promise you, you will be able to get it off. You got some J's that you're not wearing like that, you can go sell that real quick. But if you start with like drop dead zero, bro, there's so much stuff that you can do. So find the things that you actually like. You can look up items even. Matter of fact, You can look up online what are the items that sell the quickest and see if you have any of those, or see how you can get them. What are the items I can get for free that I can sell the quickest? Like, Google is so crazy, and now with these AI integrations, bro, it is literally impossible unless you literally make it possible to be broke. It is literally impossible. So I say all this to say again, get your money up. You feel me? My young brothers, get your credit right. Keep your credit right. Pay your stuff on time, okay? Don't go get no card notes. Get your bread right. Stack your first 10, 15 bands. Take 5 of that and go get your first whip. Don't spend no money on no card note, okay? Card notes are the goofiest thing ever, all right? I promise, like, there's no reason for it. A card note is just a way for them to just keep on getting interest from you that you're just going to be literally investing back into them. And especially if this is your first card that you get, and they're going to try to get you crazy no matter what your credit score look like. I promise you. So literally stack your money, okay? The person who has money, especially over the next 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to put yourself in a position that people are going to dream about. And there's this thing called compound interest, where the longer you're investing, the more money you're putting up front into your business, into your lifestyle, the better off you are going to be, okay? It even helps with like negotiating it with jobs and things of that nature. When you got a savings and when you got money to the side, you can hold out for that job that's actually going to be paying you what you're worth, or that assignment, or that mission, or like that contract, because now you're not negotiating from a place of scarcity, right? So often people are taking just opportunities just because it's the only thing that they can do, and it's like they're just trying to make sure that they make ends meet. But guess what? When you saving your money, the ends gonna meet like a mug. That's what it's about. You feel me? So I'm saying all this to say, look, I promise you, if you got enough sense to be able to hop on the phone, hop on the computer, and be able to see like what. Like see a video like this, or see somebody else like a Bedros Keuilian or like a Graham Stephan. Look, y'all, like, take this information, take this game, and actually apply it. Like, for real, take it, like, because it's here, y'all. It is here, and it is for you to actually take it and utilize it and go be successful, be the best version of yourself. But understand, don't become one of these people who's a self-help junkie who just taking in a bunch of information and getting the analysis paralysis because one person is saying this and another person is saying this and another person is saying this and that person is saying that. Because guess what? You're going to get so many conflicting opinions that you're not going to do what it is that you want to do. I'm going to give y'all a real secret right now. Everything that you heard makes money, I promise you, makes money. For the right person. Every single thing that you've probably heard online, whether it's, you know, trading, whether it's creating an SMMA, whether it's creating a lead gen agency, whether it's going into tech, whether it's, doing stocks, forex, crypto, whatever your fancy is, like, I promise you, all of it makes money. I've done a lot of this stuff, and I can tell y'all right now, a lot of it makes money. Pretty much most of it, if not all of it, can make money, okay? None of it's really a scam. You can get bread from pretty much doing anything at this point. What's important is you have to actually have the dedication to make it work, okay? You have to have the dedication to make it work. That's what's important. That is what is important. You have to be willing to make it work. You have to be willing to spend the time to actually make something happen. I promise you, some of y'all probably bounce from idea to idea to idea, and that's why none of the stuff is actually happening. And quite frankly, if you just simply stood on business for like a good year on one idea, you probably would see some really solid success. I promise you, you would probably see some really great gains. But because you don't stay consistent, because you're not studying, because your attention is so divided, and because you're not focused on actually stacking your money, then now you're moving like a loser. And I'm sorry, but like, if you're gonna be on this channel, if you're gonna be on the Neighborhood Socialpreneur with Biz by Josh, look, y'all, we are not gonna be moving like losers. All right? Like, for real, get you some money, you're gonna feel different. Nip was absolutely right about that. And it's like, look, I look at it like this. If my goal is to be a multi-millionaire, right? I'm 27 years old. I've hit that quote-unquote 6-figure mark, right? You know, I've been doing pretty well for myself for a number of years, and now it's time to get to that 7- and 8-figure mark. The way I see it, look, Elon Musk is worth I forget exactly how much Elon Musk is worth. He's worth like what, 300 billion or something like that right now. Jeff Bezos worth like a good 200 mil, or 200 bill, excuse me, maybe 3 or something like that. Warren Buffett's worth 150, 200, like Bill Gates, same exact thing. When you look at the actual fractional value of, like, me say want to make $10 million over the course of my lifetime, that is a percentage of a percentage of a percentage of what another human being has been able to do, right? That is a percentage of a percentage of a percentage. If I can't do that, or if I think to myself, there's no way I can go and do this, I'm literally telling myself, yo, look, I am nothing more than a fraction of 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 another man, of another human being. Like, what? That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense. I promise you. Look, there are some people right now who are looking at this and they're like, yo, like, there are people who are literally spending the same exact amount of time on the phone as you, and they're making money, okay? There's somebody who I promise you looks exactly like you. Come on, y'all. What y'all doing? I need y'all to move now. Okay, my fault. Somebody was just over here waiting too long. But I promise you, there's somebody right now who is doing exactly what it is that you want to do, and they look exactly like you. They come from the same exact background you do. They got the same exact wants and desires that you have, and they are living the life that you want, that you say you want. So the way I see it, are you cool and comfortable with that fact that there are some people who are literally doing exactly what it is that you say you want to do, and you're not doing it? I don't know about y'all, but that sounds like a cruel existence to me. If we're gonna be about it, let's be about it. That's just my 2 cents. So get y'all money up. That's all I got to say to y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate y'all for tapping in on another video here at the Neighborhood Socialpreneur with your boy Biz by Josh. I appreciate y'all. One love, one life. Peace.